Hello friends, it's Claudia here, and if you're returning, then welcome back. If this is your first time, then welcome yourself in. Today we're going to be breaking down Surya Namaskar C, Sun Salutation C. And by the end of the practice, we should have developed the sequence, this set of postures, poses, asanas, enough that we'll be able to curate and cultivate a flow. So we'll move breath to movement, creating that moving meditation. So without further ado, please meet me in your comfortable seated position, however that looks for you. And as always, we'll just take these initial moments to just come into this sacred space that you have dedicated to you. So set you up well, give your shoulders a lift up and then draw them back and down. Let the hands fall wherever feels right, the knees, thighs, hands can be down, up, or even collected on the lap. And then with the eyelids softening or closed, start to bring your focus, your awareness, your attention onto your breath. And without even trying to control it or influence it or manipulate it, just simply notice. As if your breath was a movie. And then take that attention and draw it to your internal. Just notice if there is anything present for you in this moment, on this day. You notice wherever you notice. And then it's as if the breath could facilitate this opportunity for you to drop deeper into your body as your body drops deeper into this moment. So together yet apart, we'll take a big breath in. Go ahead and fill yourself up. And then part the lips and let that breath go. Just usher the breath out. Again, breathe in well. Breathe out long. And the beautiful thing, you're in the luxury of your own home, so maybe for this final cycle of breath, you can make it even more audible. Go ahead, take a big breath in. Full breath out. That's it. Now close the mouth. Let the breath move in and out from the nose. And this isn't the kind of breath that just sustains us through everyday life. It's the kind of breath that fully awakens you to life. So really activate it, generate it in and out from the nostrils. Inhale. With a constriction through the back of the throat, like you're fogging up a mirror. Exhale from the nose. So try to stay with that breathing pattern. In yoga, we call this ujjayi breath, this nasal breathing. And then with it, start to open your eyes. And you're just going to shift yourself forwards. We're going to come into all fours position. So again, your shoulders are over your hands and your hips are over your knees. And what we're going to do, since we're working into Sun Salutation C today, we're going to open the wrist joints since we're going to be using them a little more. So look at your hands. I want you to spread your fingers nice and wide. And then you're just going to rock the weight forwards and backwards. And then rock the weight side to side. And really all you are doing right now is bringing your attention to your hands. Maybe move in a circular motion. And just notice any sensitivities in the fingers, the wrists, the elbows. You can almost imagine right now, switch the direction by the way, you can almost imagine that you're pumping in some oil, some goodness into all those nooks and crannies. And you might even hear a little kind of creak or crack. That's all good. We spend so much time using the hands in life, all the typing and texting and swiping. And in yoga, we spend a lot of time on the hands. So let's just make sure they're prepared for this journey that's ahead of us. Now, from here, you're just going to turn your fingertips to face either the sides of your yoga mat, or if you do feel like there is more space in the wrists, you can turn your fingertips to face your knees. If that feels too much, just start to turn the hand slightly out. So your right hand will go clockwise and the left hand goes anti-clockwise. So just find your position. And then a little rock, a little shift and a shuffle. Maybe even thinking about picking the wrist creases all the way off your mat, off the ground. You should feel that stretch right up into the forearms. Okay, now turn your hands back around, give them a little shake out. Sliver them a few inches further forwards. They should be activated now, so grip the ground. Curl your tootsies under your toes. Make sure those pinky toes are involved. And then lift yourself into downward facing dog. Okay, now from your down dog, let's just do that check-in. So hands shoulder distance apart. Feet hip width apart. Take a little bend into your kneecaps. Nuzzle your chest towards your thighs. Let your neck be soft. And try to take any rounding out of your back as you push the ground away from you. Now breathe in to your downward facing dog shape. Breathe out. Now look at your hands. And then just walk your feet all the way forwards. A little pitter-patter. Once your feet get underneath your hips, you're going to bend your knees. We'll come back into ragdoll because it feels so darn good. Bend the knees, grab hold of opposite elbows. And just something to know is that if it doesn't feel good in your body, don't do it, okay? Take time to just soak and simmer in all the shapes. So a little sway can come in here. Maybe even a little bit of a pulsation. Encouraging that mobilization. Enjoying those sensations that I know you're feeling because I'm feeling them too. Now drop your arms, start to tuck your chin in, and we're going to roll ourselves to Tadasana, where we stand tall. Feet under the hips, chin on tucks, roll the shoulder blades back and down. Relax your arms by your sides. Feel the energy move from the feet all the way up into the crown of the head. All right, Surya Namaskar C. So we'll open the hips as well with this simple short sequence. So from Tadasana, you're going to bend into your knees, lift your arms up, and we're going to come into Uttanasana. Chair pose. So I want you to imagine that you're just sitting back into a chair. Now just take a peep at your knees. Make sure they're not like that over the toes. So you should be able to see the tips of your toes. Engage the thighs. Reach your arms up and then wrap your pinky fingers in. So this is going to help turn on the biceps and triceps. Now take a breath in. As you breathe out, bring your hands to prayer position and fold forwards. Good. Now take the back into halfway lift. Hands can come to your shins, or another option you might want to have a little toggle with is bringing the hands under the shoulders and then using that connection to draw the chest further forwards. Now as we exhale, you'll step into that high plank position. Dome through the body, tilt the tailbone under, spread the shoulders, and then shift yourself forwards. Now you can drop to your knees, or if you want an extra challenge, you lower high plank to low plank. So you can take a little peep at me. The elbows are in line with the shoulders are in line with the heels. Now you roll over your toes, press through the backs of the feet. So notice how my thighs lift off the ground, shoulders pull back, chest lifts, sternum opens. You breathe in. This is upward facing dog now, a little different to cobra. As you breathe out, downward facing dog, curl the tailbone under, tuck the toes, bend the knees, push the ground away from you, and then just settle back into down dog. So things might have moved around a little, so if you need to kind of just like draw yourself back, tune back, connect back, then take what you need. Now take a breath, breathe in, breathe out. Now your right leg's going to go back behind you as you inhale. As you exhale, you're going to step your right foot forwards in between your hands. So you want to find that your right knee is directly over your ankle. Now you're going to lower your left heel down, spin your left toes out to a diagonal, and then lift up your arms. We're going to come into warrior one here. So traditional Sun Salutation C. Normally this sequence is right after A in a more traditional vinyasa practice. So let's really commit to the bend in this right kneecap. Warrior one is actually my arch nemesis pose, but for the sake of this practice, we're going to develop it deeply. Let's set it up for success. So your hips are square. So let's just pull this left hip forwards. Yeah, and then lift up your chest. Keep pushing and pressing down through the knife edge of that left foot. Let's go for one more breath in. Now as you breathe out, bring your hands to frame your right foot. Pivot onto the ball of the left foot. Step into high plank. Now you lower to your knees or high plank to low plank. This can be called vinyasa or even chaturanga. Roll over the toes, cobra or upward facing dog. Breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now extend the left leg back as you inhale. Step the left foot forwards as you exhale. If the foot doesn't quite make it in between your hands, just wiggle it on through. There's no shame in that game. Left knee is over the foot. Right heel drops down so your right toes come to a diagonal. And then lift up your arms. Let's find warrior one. Chest opens. Pull the right hip forward. So just slightly turn it forward. So you're trying to square off your hips. Engage your bum muscles. Keep the chest lifted. Breathe in. As you breathe out, hands come to ground. Push the ground away from you. Notice how I turn onto the ball of that right foot. Step into your high plank, round through your upper back, and then you lower. Your knees can drop, or again, high plank to low plank. If you're coming high plank to low plank, the chest is moving forwards as the hands almost pull backwards. And then a back bend after that compression. Decompress, press through the backs of the feet, squeeze the heels in, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Okay, let's start to bring that into some motion, some move and meditation. So stay with my cues. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale, step the feet forwards. Halfway lift at the top of your mat. Breathe in. Breathe out and fold. Inhale, come all the way to stand. As you exhale, bring your hands to prayer position at the center of your chest. Samastitihi. Okay, we begin. Bend the knees, chair pose. Feet can come hips distance apart or your feet can be together. You choose. Sit low, inhale. Exhale, Uttanasana. Fold, 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 fold. Halfway lift, a nice strong back, hands under shoulders or towards your shins. Exhale, high plank, round your back. Take your choice to journey to the ground. Remember, your knees can drop, or it's high plank to low plank, also known as chaturanga. Inhale, a back bend, cobra or up dog. Do what feels right, what feels sustainable for your spine. Exhale, down dog. Send the right leg back, breathe. Step the right foot forwards, breathe out. We're going to move a little quicker now. So drop the foot, lower the left heel, lift up your arms. Warrior one, also known as Virabhadrasana one. Exhale, hands to ground, step into your high plank. I told you we're on the hands a lot. Now lower down, Vinyasa Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, down dog, Adho Mukha. Send the left leg back and breathe. Step the left foot forwards, breathe out. Lower the right heel, lift up your arms. Oop. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, hands to ground. Feet together, Vinyasa. Lift into that beautiful heart opener. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now drop to the knees. Sit your hips to your heels, lift your spine. Bring your hands to your body. And with your hands on your body, feel the feedback of your breath. So just like how we started, just notice it without trying to control it or manipulate it or influence it. Is it stiff? Is it staggered? Is it pulsative? Is it easeful? Is it peaceful? Normally it's a reflection of where the mind is at. So let's just smooth out the texture of it so it encourages our systems to do the same. Take a big breath in. Full breath out. Bring your hands to prayer position at the center of the chest. And then you'll bow your chin in. And then bow the chest forwards. And we allow this bow to be the symbol of the completion of this practice. Namaste. And namaste actually translates to the light, the love in me sees and values the light and the love in you. May we light up this world together. So with that, namaste. Thank you for stepping in, tuning in, and joining in. I shall see you next week for some more. Take good care.